Hey guys, glad to have you back here. And today we'll be talking about something really interesting and educative, and of course, profitable. Now, you can see two trades on my futures trading on Bybit are in very little profit, this one and this one. And of course, I'm enjoying them. And today I will share how I entered these trades. Now, like I said, if you follow the teachings I do here, you are going to understand how to be very profitable with your trades, how to make informed decisions, and enter trades like a professional, even if you're just starting out. There are a lot of videos I've done regarding these strategies, and I'll be talking about two cryptos, BNB and SPX. Now you can see this particular trade. I entered this particular BNB guy. I entered this trade 3 days ago. I was so sure that the price will not come down, and I was so confident. I will share the strategy I used, and of course this SPX, I just entered it last night, and that is why I'm shooting this video. So first of all, you can see the price at which I entered my BNB. 540 was my entry price. So you can just mark that down so that you can understand when I'm mentioning 540 on the video. And the price I entered my SPX was around 0.4920. So let's get straight into the charts and let me show you exactly what I did. So guys, here's the chart for BNB, and I'm going to carry you through or throughout the processes and you can understand everything. Now, I told you I entered this BNB trade just 3 days ago. Now, normally before I enter any trade, what I do normally, I use the two time frame I use in case you want to copy my trades, you want to trade professionally. For me, I use two time frames. I use the 4 hour time frame and the 1 hour time frame. The 4 hour time frame is to spot my strategy, and the 1 hour time frame is to confirm my entry and enter a trade. I do not enter any trade blindly. If I don't see any signal, I will not enter. All right. Now, the first thing I do before I enter any trade is to go on the 1 day time frame. Now, the 1 day time frame tells me exactly what the market is doing, what it is behaving like. Now, remember that on the day I entered this trade, okay, the market was just at this point. Okay, so let me go to the 1 day time frame. So on the 1 day time frame, that particular day, 3 days ago, I saw that the market was on a downtrend. Look at they are normally you find market doing so many ways, but that particular day, the market was on a downtrend like this. So that was the condition of the market. Okay, downtrend. Now there's something I noticed on this downtrend. Let me just remove this thing I marked here. On this downtrend, there was a very strong look at. Please pay attention, guys. Please pay attention. On this downtrend, there was a very strong order block. In fact, the rejection point was so strong, and I needed to mark it. I'm going to mark it from here. Please pay attention. Okay, I went to my toolbox, collected my rectangle. You see this point here? This point here, this green point. I told you this is an order block, right? I marked this order block and I drew it like this. First of all, okay, I drew it like this. Then this was already a rejection point, so I'm just going to put it as color red. I'm going to paint it color red. Now this means that it's very strong that the price might not break through it. The price will just bounce whenever the price gets to that level. So I painted it color red. You can see, and I'm going to padlock it. The next thing I did was, I've known that okay, that is a strong point that the price will not go below, because if you go back, you can see that it's very difficult for the price to go below that level. Now, the next thing I did was to go to the 4 hour time frame to find the strategy I want to use. Okay, and when I go to the 4 hour time frame, what I saw was amazing. On the 4 hour time frame, you can see the bigger red line there is from the lowest point. Remember that we marked on the 1 day time frame. So which means all this place that is shining red means the price might not break down through that level, right? Good. On the 4 hour time frame, I now found that there is another order block inside the 4 hour time frame. You can see I taught this strategy, I called it an order block in an order block. Go and check my videos. In fact, I will link that strategy under this video. I thought an order block in an order block. When you find another order block inside the bigger time frame order block, it is time for you to enter a trade. Okay, so I saw this order block here and I just marked it green. Okay, now I told you I only use 4 hour time frame and the 1 hour time frame to do my analysis. At least I knew that the price um cannot break below that point. Okay, so then I wanted to confirm this trade further. I went down to the 1 hour time frame. So what I saw on the 1 hour time frame um confirmed my suspicion. I just told myself that I'm going to enter this trade once the price plays along and enter into this order block. Okay, once the price plays along and enter into that order block, I would have entered the trade. So guys, I opened this trade at exactly 540. Okay, I entered the trade when the price came down to 540, and this was the point I entered that trade. You can see immediately the price entered 540, I entered the trade. Now there are two ways you would have entered this trade, guys. There are two ways you would have entered this trade. See, even if you want to enter in an order block, another block here, you would have still be correct. You would have still be correct. Okay. I just delayed a little before I entered. Okay. So even if you watch my strategy where I thought an order block in an order block and you saw that this was another order block that has been formed, it is right for you to enter the trade at this point. Okay, trust me, it is right. Assuming you entered an uptrend here because my BNB is long. Okay, I entered long. So the price would have hit this green because you have formed another order block and started going up. Now, in case you don't understand what I mean, this strategy is called an order block in an order block. If you go down this video, you will find the strategy. Go and watch that video, watch it very, very well. You understand what it is. Okay. The strategy means when you find an order block inside an order block, it is a good time to enter the trade. So I went because normally I use 4 hours and a 4 hour time frame and 1 hour time frame. That is why I went down to the 1 hour time frame. So when I went to the 1 hour time frame, I saw that okay, when the price plays along, immediately it jumped into this green zone. I'm going to take a long signal. Okay, so I entered late. So assuming I entered at this point, I would have made more profits. Okay, in fact, as at yesterday, I was making more at this point because I longed the trade. I did not put any stop loss. Okay, one reason why I was so confident is because of this big red zone. The big red zone tells me that the price will find it very difficult to fall below that point. So that was what made me that little profit you are seeing. I'm going to go and close the trade after this class. I just left it because I wanted to do some recording. All right. Now the next one is the crypto SPX. So let's go to crypto SPX. All right. So SPX, remember all of these things are trading on futures. Okay, futures market. So guys, now this is crypto SPX. Why did I enter this trade? Remember in the beginning of the video, I told you I entered this trade at exactly 0.49. Now I told you that before I start anything, I go on the 1 day time frame to see what's happening. My 1 day time frame tells me that oh, this market is not really nice, it's on a downtrend. Okay, I know that it's on a downtrend, it's not planning to come up anytime soon. So I went to the 4 hour time frame to find my strategy. 4 hour time frame just told me my strategy, guys. It just made everything too simple and sweet for me. See what I saw. I saw that the market is on a ranging, it's a ranging market. You can see it's doing like this, doing like this, doing like this. When I saw this thing, it was here, guys. When I was so certain that the market was going to come down, the market was just here, okay. And I wanted to sleep, so I just did something. You have toolbox. Take out your toolbox, bring out your trend line. There's a trend line. Put your trend line at the top of this place and mark it down like this. Touch it and just draw it down like this. Draw it down. Okay. You can either draw a trend line like this, or you can shift it down to this point. You can see I shifted it down to this point like this, and I padlocked it. You can padlock your trend line. You can even color it color red to tell you that you are going. You can make it bold as if to tell you that you are going down. if you are to tell you that you should go down if the market touches that place. So I placed a short order once once the market touch this my market touch this red line, go into a short order. And trust me, I was asleep. The market even went above and started coming down. Now this is not really a strategy. It is just me believing and following the trend and playing along with the trend. So I'm sure that the market is going to play. Remember, just see something like this now. It's so sweet that you are sure that the market will even come down this level. When the market come down this level, I will take my profit, and then I will wait for confirmation to confirm. I will not just enter an uptrend again. No, you wait for confirmation to confirm that the market will go up. How do you see confirmations? Let me show you how you see confirmations. So forgive me, this video is getting too long. I don't like my videos too long, but I will share with you how I will know that the market will go up, because you should not blindly enter an uptrend. The first way you notice, let me zoom in, sorry. Let me zoom in, sorry. Let us go back to other uptrends that happened. You can see this is the first place that you find an uptrend. The first thing or sign that you know that an uptrend will happen is when you see a fair value gap. Market was coming down, there's a big fair value gap, boom, you can see the fair value gap. I told about the characteristics of a fair value gap. Okay, once you see the fair value gap, means the market is already ready for an uptrend. If you don't know what fair value gap is, please check out my videos. Now you can go down to the 1 hour time frame to find another fair value gap inside it. If it's going up, then it is going up. All right, that's an uptrend sign. Come to this area, you can see another fair value gap here, a downtrend, and we tested. This is the fair value gap, confirming that we have an uptrend. You can go check out the video I made about fair value gap. This placed, the market came down as usual. We are waiting for it. It came down here, printed another fair value gap here, which is an uptrend. This place, the market came down here again, printed another fair value gap here, which is an uptrend. Okay, so now trust me, I'm waiting patiently for the price to come down to this point, okay, and print another fair value gap. I will not even wait for the price to come so low. I will just take my profit somewhere here, because I'm not greedy. I will just take my profit somewhere here and wait for the price to come down below this. Once it comes below this, I will patiently wait for another fair value gap to enter an up trade. If I don't see a fair value gap, trust me, I will not enter the up trade, because trends can change, and of course, price pattern can change. So guys, I hope you got something interesting from this video. Please give this video a like. That is the only way you can actually let a lot of more people see this video, and of course make informed decisions on their futures trading market. And if you like this video, we'll find that we need to make more videos like this to help you become profitable with your trading. See you on another one, guys. Do have a very wonderful day.